I was recently on a trip to Montana. As I'm going through the town, I walked by Berg Law Firm. Well, what does Berg Law Firm do? It leads me to believe that this law firm does everything I could possibly need for law, so they market like a generalist. I have got evidence that proves that the owners of a law firm were never taught how to advertise and market their firm. Have you ever noticed when driving through your town, paying attention to all of the other law firm owners, attorneys that are out there, a couple of things. First, there's a lot of you, but roughly 400,000 small and solo firms. There's 50 states, assuming they're all created equally. Run the math as to how many are in each state. When you're driving around and you're looking at your competitors, did you notice in almost every case, the name on their sign is Smith & Johnson, Kowalski Law, managing partner John Doe. No necessarily anything about the type of law. They just say, we're a lawyer, which feeds into this fantasy that non-lawyers have, is that every lawyer does everything. They all practice threshold law. So even if you're an estate planning attorney that never sees the inside of a court, they think that you're going to trial next week, right? It's not their job to know, but lawyers haven't done a great job of educating them. I was recently on a trip to Montana. As I'm going through the town, I walked by an beautiful old building, great architecture, typical downtown feel, and there it is, Berg Law Firm. Well, what does Berg Law Firm do? All I know is it's a law firm. And so it leads me to believe that this law firm does everything I could possibly need for law, and I should walk in the door if I have any need whatsoever. So they market like a generalist. This is a hangover from the years in which law firms relied on referrals only and didn't do advertising and marketing. Look, it's not all that long ago that law firms were actually allowed to market, and then it took even more time to get everybody on board. And for firms that have been around for any generational length whatsoever, they just move on with the traditions that they've always done, like this sign. The challenge is that nobody knows what they specialize in, and maybe they could be more specific, anything rather than just Berg Law. Now, I'm not picking on Berg. They just happen to be the firm I walked across. Every single major city, minor city, small town, rural, it doesn't matter. You'll see this sin committed. It speaks to a larger problem that lawyers don't think marketing first, right? The old formula is the amount of time they have in the course of, let's say, a day or a week, minus the legal work that they do equals whatever time they'll work on marketing, which we know actually is sales and advertising, right? That's the old formula. I'm here to tell you that there's a whole breed of new attorneys coming through that are internet savvy. They understand that they need to be focusing on a new formula. The amount of time that you have in the course of the day of the week minus what you do for marketing, which equals sales and advertising, equals the amount of time you'll spend on the legal and the admin work. Now, I just lost some of you right there. You're like, whoa, I'm a lawyer. What do you mean I'm going to do marketing and advertising and sales before I do legal work? The way I get paid is by doing legal work. Yeah, except if you don't have any clients, it's really hard to get paid to do that. And so what came first, the chicken or the egg? I can tell you unequivocally, getting business comes first. You have to have a new client to be able to do work. And most small law firms struggle with up and down income cycles where they have feast and famine sessions because they're busy doing the work. Look, if you'd like to learn more about the proper advertising techniques, the necessity of marketing, and how to build the bridge between advertising and sales, and how to convert those leads, go ahead and visit us at thelawfirmsecret.com. We'll schedule a 10-minute call. And if you think we're a fit, great. And if we're not, that's okay too. If you're going to think about your marketing for your law firm to generate new leads, you have to think about it as an umbrella. So marketing is this umbrella, right, that has advertising and sales underneath. So sales is the idea of we're converting the lead over to a client, then getting the lead to set an appointment, to show up to the appointment, retain the firm, getting them to pay in full, and serve them so well that they refer other clients. That's our area of expertise. Lead conversion, we call it the PCLC, the lead conversion machine, and that's where we thrive. So the question is that, what does lead gen look like? It's just a simple quadrant. There are 4 primary ways for law firm owners to generate leads. The first one is a pay per lead. It's a third-party company. You pay, they go generate the lead, they send it to you. Now, it's fast. You can usually sign up with somebody today and have leads tomorrow, but it's not branded. You have to have a lead conversion machine under sales that is going to convert them. Otherwise, you're going to struggle to convert those very well. The next is what we call traditional advertising. Television, radio, billboards, direct mail, print advertising like newspaper and local rags or magazines. Now, I get it. There are Bar Association guidelines, but there's always ways around it. I've never met a firm that can't figure out some way to get approval from an ethics council third party, not from the bar itself, but a third party ethics council, to teach them how they can do something and still be in compliance with the guidelines of their local bar association or state bar association. Right? So you can actually accomplish this, but you can generate leads through traditional advertising. The other quadrant would be referral development program. Now, this can be from existing clients or past clients, and it can be from allied service professionals, other lawyers or professionals who already serve the clients you want to serve. And creating a referral development program is a key way for you to start to advertise to generate leads. And then finally, digital advertising. There's so many things under it, like SEO and current stage Google My Business, local service ads. You have all of your links and content that you're generating, plus your Facebook ads, and you have your pay-per-click, your pay-per-dial. You have organic content that you could be posting. And a lot of this you can do in-house. Much of it you're going to want to have an expert do for you. The problem is most everybody is focusing solely on digital because, let's face it, everybody's got this computer in their pocket and it's consuming most of their time. But that doesn't mean that traditional advertising doesn't work. It doesn't mean that referral development advertising doesn't work. And it certainly doesn't mean that third-party pay-per-lead generation doesn't work. It absolutely all works. Some work differently than others. Some depends on practice areas. Some depend on geographical region. Some depend on your own personal preference. At the end of the day, you, as a marketer, just have to decide which one of these quadrants you're going to focus on, and are you going to hire an agency to help you, or are you going to start to build it in-house? And a lot of that kind of depends whether you're a level 1, level 2, level 3, or level 4 owner, right? It depends on where you are. It's going to depend on what you should be paying attention to. You need at least one really good lead source, and you really shouldn't only have one. You should have ideally 3 if you can. I challenge you to start thinking about this better. And why not start with something simple like your signage? Come up with a better way to promote yourself. Start thinking about these quadrants, which quadrant you're going to want to focus on. Start generating leads. And then when you're ready and you need help learning how to convert those leads, come back to us. We have lots of great training materials on how to convert those leads. We're happy to walk alongside you and help you accomplish that goal. Look, if you'd like to learn more about the proper advertising techniques, the necessity of marketing, and how to build the bridge between advertising and sales, and how to convert those leads, go ahead and visit us at thelawfirmsecret.com. We'll schedule a 10-minute call. And if you think we're a fit, great. And if we're not, that's okay too. But now at least you have some information that can help you move the needle forward.